1 week ago, I was in Berlin, Germany on the Pioneer. They do conferences that are very small, 150 people on a boat together for a few hours to talk about really impactful issues. The topic of the day was resilience. Discussion was how Europe was preparing to be more resilient in the light of changes in NATO. They are preparing for war potentially in 2030 to 2035. Orders are being placed. Industrialization is happening, but it's happening at a pace that may not help. The United States sees war coming as soon as 2027, next year. We've taken a look at what's going on with commercial manufacturers and how the defense infrastructure is being rebuilt within the United States. DOW wants your help. Let's talk about how you can engage and rebuild the arsenal of democracy. At the end of the Cold War, the defense industrial base, the general commercial manufacturing firms divested their defense assets. The companies like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, and General Dynamics absorbed them. We have a very different place right now. We went from more than 51 prime contractors of size to 5. We had over 17,000 suppliers exit. The defense workforce was decimated, and it took lead times through the roof. We can't replace the Patriot missiles that we're building, the other systems that we need to support the conflict in Iran right now. And the programs that we have are overpriced and make it very, very difficult. Now demand is far exceeding the capacity that we have. And we're at a point where we need to rebuild the defense industrial base. Automakers, machining companies, American industry, and European industry are being tasked with helping to make this happen. President Trump is pressing for a $1.5 trillion budget for military, for DOW. That's a wartime budget. Commercial companies once played a major role in the defense industrial base, but not anymore. But we're seeing bright spots. We're seeing new players come in. We've got companies like Anduril who have risen out of nowhere and are winning billions of dollars of award. Companies like Seraph who are fielding systems that are highly capable. And a huge amount of venture capital coming in to fund this startup environment, which we haven't seen in recent history. But the challenge now is how do we get the established industrial force within the West to rise? The government is calling commercial companies back, just as they've done before. In World War II, it was Henry Ford and Willow Run, where they built one bomber every 63 minutes. Think about that. One airplane every 63 minutes. And today, Airbus and Boeing are happy to have a 10 to 12 year backlog on commercial airliners, opening the door for China to come in. We have lost the ability to move fast. We have lost the ability to industrialize at scale, but we can get it back and we can move quickly now. All of the industrial companies out there need to heed this call. It's hard to figure out where the government's calling often, but they are. During World War II, the Allied powers started off well behind the Axis. You can look at aircraft production. The United States built a tremendous air force. We built carriers, we built a navy, we built howitzers and tanks and equipment that could be deployed. Ammunition was just flying off of the lines, and we were getting it to the front. We had the ability to outproduce our enemy, and that was critical. That call has gone out again. There's a threat, and now is the time to respond. Commercial companies are being asked to step up. The defense industrial base needs to pull on the commercial industrial base in order to deliver military dominance once again. In the past, the government has proven to be a very good customer when it makes these extraordinary requests. There's profitability to be found in these programs. There's scale. There's a refresh of infrastructure. There's a rebuilding of supply bases. Be it the United States or the European Union, the money that is now being spent or invested to develop this capability gives you as a commercial industrial company the ability to leverage these programs, to participate, and to deliver both products to the government and profit to your shareholders. Industrial companies are going to be called to rise and join the defense industrial base. It's happening already. It's going to happen clearly and strongly as we move forward. The United States has the Defense Production Act. If you're not signing up, if you're not looking for ways you can support, you will be pulled in, and that will have a much more impactful effect. Look at what you can do. Look at what's out there. Production for the government equals profit for shareholders. There's a good reason to jump in now.